Time to cover some of our favorite subjects. How you must let other passengers know you are platinum, you are diamond. Why was I not the first person you thought of today? I should have been number one. Your children in the dining room. God, there's such a problem. And date night. Yep, we're going to cover some information on date night while on board a cruise ship. Why? Because it is time for what every cruiser wants. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video and this week's episode and some new cruise comments for you. We got some funny, we got some entitlement, we got some in other people's business, we got a little bit of everything. But these people, remember, they know how you want to cruise. They know what's right. They know what everybody else is doing wrong. They know what needs to get changed to make it a perfect world. Well, for them anyway. So let's jump into today's comments. Let's see what these glorious cruisers have to say. Now, I think we should start off today's show with a laugh, something funny. I read the comment and I laughed. There's just nothing more that you can do than laugh. The actual general premise of this comment, it's about lanyards, about wearing lanyards, but it's how this person started off this comment. Well, that's exactly how and why it made the list. I usually wear a lanyard. I like the passengers to see that I am platinum VIP. So they know they can ask me questions and get my advice for free. I do not wear a lanyard except when it's super windy on deck. Almost lost one overboard once when the wind ripped it off my neck. Or if I'm dressed up for dinner. I think it looks weird. I also won't wear it while in port. I know a lot of people do, but I feel it's a bit of a safety security issue to have your cards out there for all to see, especially for those who also have their driver's license and credit card shoved in a clear pocket around on it. Now, as far as the lanyard part goes, that's up to you. You want to wear it. You want to wear it on a lanyard, you wear it on a lanyard. You want to put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, wear it on your wrist, stick it under your hat. It's your card. You do what you want to do with it. Put it where you feel it's safe, where you feel it's comfortable, and where you're going to remember where it is. There's really no rhyme or reason to whether or not you should or should not wear a lanyard. However, I gotta point out my favorite part, the funny part. I'm sure you guys have already know exactly where I'm going to go because they want to let you know that they want other passengers to see they are platinum VIP. I know what platinum is. I know what diamond is, but how do you become a platinum VIP? Is that really a thing? Or maybe they just making this up in their own mind? I'm platinum VIP. Well, I guess anybody could say that. Well, I am blue card VIP. I am red card VIP. But platinum VIP is what they are. They want the others to know. Why do they want the others to know? So they can come and ask them questions and they can get their advice for free. Okay. Where on the cruise ship do they charge you for advice? Where, when you're not on the cruise ship, are you charged for advice? Everybody's advice about cruising is already free, but they want to make sure that they wear it around their neck so other passengers know, just know in their hearts and can bow with envy so other passengers will know to circle around them and get told stories of the cruising of old. Back when I was your age, I remember cruising. That's kind of what I hear and what I think of when I read that comment that I want other passengers to know I'm platinum VIP. Next, we're going to talk about the fires out in California. Now, I want to be clear up front about this. This has been a devastating, life-altering, devastating event for those people affected by the fires out in California. I mean, we're talking entire cities, towns, livelihoods just gone. And our thoughts and our prayers are out there with those people each and every day. But there is a person that wrote today's comment that they're using it for a look at me, take pity on me. Why was I not thought of first today by you, the cruise line? And if your whole life has been turned totally upside down by this horrible disaster, is the first thing you're doing, the first thing you're thinking of, number one on your priority list to write into the cruise line wanting to know why was I not mentioned first today? Myself, plus 11 others cruising on Panorama this Sunday. Another huge fire is engulfing LA. We live close to Six Flags Park and can see the fire from here. Is our cruise still going? My opinion is the same as all us Californians that your first message today should have been to us with information on our cruise, perhaps with some pity and solace. Too much to ask. Now, of course, this was directed at Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador. And yep, a new fire has begun out in LA, which, by the way, I didn't know about here in Texas until somebody from California told me about it. That was not something that was on our news. I actually didn't know that yet. Not that it's not important, not that I don't feel or care about those people. Honestly, I just didn't know. I had to be told that information. However, this person is upset that a man that does not live in this country was unaware of it. And I have personally seen on John Hield's page where he has talked about the fires going on in California. He's mentioned it. It's been in his thoughts. He's discussed it. He's asked about it. He's talked about how it will affect and could affect cruising off the West Coast. And if the cruise line has information on your cruise, they're not hiding it from you. If there was a change, something they needed to let people know, they would have said something. So he did have to say your cruise at this point in time is not affected. There's no information changes to give you. Everything right now, still good to go. But my point still is for all the people that are affected. And according to this person, they can see the fire. And in the middle of all of that, their concern, what they're going to take time to do is to write Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador to say, all of us Californians, we feel the exact same way. We feel that your first message of the day should have been about us. Is that really a priority? Or, and here's kind of what I'm thinking in my head. My home's been destroyed. My life has been destroyed. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And with all of that going on, is the cruise line's opinion on anything really something these people give a crap about this particular moment? Or is this person out there looking for a little me attention while there is a real crisis out there going on? Minding your own business, that is really difficult for some people out there today. It seems no matter what, it's always what somebody else is doing seems to affect how they live, how their cruise goes, how their experience is all based on other people and their actions. Yet I truly believe that for a lot of stuff out there, if you just mind your own damn business, you'd have a much better time. You'd have a much more enjoyable experience. Quit worrying about what so and so is doing over here. Stay in your lane and just have a good time with those that you are cruising with. There are some exceptions to the rule. I get that. There are some things that people do that do and can affect your day. But for a lot of the stuff that people complain about, it's really just a matter of minding your own damn business. And for the majority of this comment, that's exactly what this is too. We were in the main dining hall last night. Look at this photo. Everyone is looking at their phones. In the center of the photo, you see a 3 or 4, perhaps year old girl was watching cartoons on their tablet with no headphone. This is what you call fine dining, is it, John? Ban phones, ban tablets. Return to fine dining is the request of all of us. Take a lesson from blank who are smart. They are the first cruise line to stop people using phones in the main dining hall and the specialty restaurants too. Just saying. As a frequent cruiser, I'm amused to notice that on Carnival, almost every passenger is staring at their phone screen or tapping it. This is not fine dining. Now, there was a photograph that was not posted. It wasn't posted because this genius was taking pictures of other people's small children and then trying to put them on the internet. So, that's gone. Never even saw it. Don't even need to see it. We get the gist. Now, the one itty bitty part of this comment that I can say I agree with is that yes, if there is a small child that is using a tablet or device so the parents can keep them entertained, you don't know why the parents are doing it. Not your business, not your child, not your concern. But yeah, if the child is using it, watching a cartoon, watching a movie, some headphones or something, so it does not affect other diners, I can get behind that. That is a good idea. Not everybody wants to hear the latest episode of Bluey or whatever other cartoon may currently be playing. But other than that one little part, the whole rest of this comment is a whole bunch of, no, get out of my damn business. First and foremost, Carnival does not say that their main dining room is a fine dining experience. They don't call it that. They call it a fun dining experience. Not fine, fun. So if you're looking for fine dining, you're in the wrong spot. Doesn't mean the food is bad, services is bad, anything like that, but it's a fun atmosphere, not a fine dining 5-star restaurant atmosphere. There is a difference. And they don't like the fact that people are on their phones, even though, hold on, Carnival has a QR code that you scan to pull up the menu. And yes, you can get a paper copy, but people do scan the QR code. Is it possible that these people were looking at the menu, deciding what they wanted to eat for dinner? Could that be why people were staring at and tapping their phones? They were deciding what they wanted for dessert? And even if every single person at every other table in that dining room was playing Candy Crush, why is that your business? How does that affect the taste of the food and conversation with the person you are eating with? But they want to ban the phones. They want to ban the tablets. And this is the request of all of us, according to them. Now let's think about this for a second. Banning the phones, banning the tablet, returning to fine dining is the request of everyone. All of us want this. But if everybody wanted this, why would there be people in the dining room on their phones? Are you saying that all of them want them gone, all of them want them banned, but they're going to use them anyway? Help me make that part make sense. And finally, let's talk about taking a cruise with your significant other, your loved one, your spouse, your partner, your lifelong companion. And let's talk about having a date night on board a cruise ship. Now, this is just my personal opinion because everybody's version of date night with their significant other can be 1000% different. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. There is what works for you as a couple. But for Tiffany and I, you know what? Just going on a cruise, the whole cruise itself can be considered a date night. Honestly, we spend our entire time on a cruise together, the majority of it together, doing things together, seeing things together, adventures, conversations, and meals. We spend time together. It's the whole point of cruising together for us. So I can say an entire cruise can be considered date night. Now, yes, we could book a specialty restaurant, sit down, and have an extra special meal. Try something new, a new experience together. Then we talk about it together. That's how we operate. Now, I get not everybody's going to operate that way. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion that way. But where do you really come off thinking that you're going to tell somebody they are wrong for how they do date night or for what other people may suggest is a good date night? Telling blank to book a meal at the Venzia's Italian restaurant is not a date night. Going out for dinner with your spouse, long-term partner isn't date night. It's just going out for dinner. Stop using these cliches just to get people to spend money. Nickel and diming, not date night. You are naive. So if you don't think going out to a specialty restaurant on a cruise ship is a date night, you think that's just going out to dinner, that's you. That's not necessarily everybody else. And to call other people naive makes you an asshat. Because at least for me, and I only speak for me, when Tiffany and I have time to go have a sit-down meal in a restaurant, maybe we don't call it a date night, but you know what? That's exactly what it is. It is time, special time, different time that her and I can sit down together and just be together. For a lot of families out there, especially if they've got younger children, the opportunity to go have dinner alone together, that can definitely be considered a date night. Heck, if they get the opportunity sometimes to maybe just walk around the promenade of the cruise ship holding hands without children, that could be considered a date night. There's no wrong and no right to date night when it comes to couples and what works for them. So no, it's not naive to say, hey, a specialty restaurant, sit down meal, just the two of you together could be the perfect night, just what you need, a special moment. No, means nothing of the sort. Would it be naive to say the best date night that they've had was the morning they got to sit together on the balcony enjoying a cup of coffee and the sun rose up before the busy day got started? Would that be naive? Or is it just being a jerk to even tell people what's right or what's wrong when it comes to day night? Again, not your relationship, not your spouse, not your partner. Guess what? Not your damn business. Boy, we hear that a lot lately, don't we? But let me throw the question out there to you. Is there something special you do on a cruise ship that you would consider a date night? A certain activity, a certain meal, a certain restaurant, or maybe just the fact that the two of you are together enjoying a cruise? That could be considered date night too. It is for me. And that's going to be our video this week for what every cruiser wants. What do you guys think about what these people have to say? Are they speaking for everyone out there? Are they right? Are they wrong? Are they living in their own world? And maybe, just maybe, is there a little bit of mind your own business that really needs to be put out in the world more often? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there's having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.